fascism, dolt.
No. The people.
You don't know. You don't have any idea.
What
Who?
do you mean?
Who gave us the tenets of fascism? Do you even know?
What do you mean?
Who gave us the tenets of fascism, dolt?
Tell us.
It's a pretty simple question. He's asking for the name.
No, I'm asking you. Who gave us the tenets of fascism?
You're asking me.
Yes, the guy who just said we have them.
Wait, dude, you're doing mental gymnastics.
Dude, just tell me who gave me the tenets.
If you know the tenets of fascism, tell us how the founding.
Bro, you're the one who brought up the tenets. You're the one who brought up the tenets. Who gave us the tenets?
Welcome back. This one goes off the rails fast. Andrew Wilson destroys an Antifa LARPer after putting his own definition of fascism under the microscope. Then the anarcho-communist argument completely collapses when Andrew starts asking the questions nobody wants to answer. If you want explosive political debates and culture war breakdowns every single day, hit subscribe. Andrew Wilson destroys Antifa LARPer right now on America Only.
Who's the dude dressed up like a ninja, by the way? Come on, he got to sound off, dude. Why are you dressed up like a ninja?
With a pink notepad.
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on with the ninja thing? Come on, speak up, bro.
Scorpion, get over there.
Scorpion wins. Okay, that was funny. That was funny.
That took me back. I love that.
I do some nefarious things for activism.
What do you do for activism?
To make sure that I'm not identified.
Yeah, that's fair. But what do you?
I muted your mic.
We're so terrified.
What do you do for activism, bro?
Rather not say that on the internet.
Well, I mean, it sounds like you're just LARPing then.
Well, what is your idea of activism?
Fighting for rights.
For who?
Making sure that
Whose
people's
rights?
voices aren't shut down. Making sure that families aren't destroyed.
But
What are you
talking about, bro?
If ICE wants to, target people, then
you're an Antifa. You're an Antifa lunatic, bro. Are you an Antifa lunatic?
Wait.
I'm anti-fascist. Yes, I'm anti-fascist.
Okay, was Charlie Kirk? Hang on, real quick.
More like trans Tifa. Am I right?
Was Charlie Kirk a fascist?
No. However, he did identify himself as a white Christian nationalist.
Yeah, but that's not fascism.
Nationalism isn't inherently bad.
Yeah, can you tell me how you define fascism?
Brazil is very nationalist.
You said what?
How do you define fascism?
Fascism is a far-right ideology based on nationalism, militarism, authoritarianism, and one of the main core values is silencing political opposition.
So does Joe Biden fall under that category of fascism?
I wouldn't say so.
Okay, but I feel like he hit every criteria you had. Militaristic, authoritarian. You agree that
Just
he
like
fit.
Trump is also.
Okay, but hang on, that's fine. If you want to be consistent, though, you would have to apply all those to Biden and Trump, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. So was Biden was Biden a fascist then?
He had some tenets of fascism. Yes, you're absolutely right.
Okay, what were the tenets of Biden's fascism?
One, politically silencing opposition.
Yep.
Militarism, authoritarianism.
Mm-hmm. So where were you? Where were you during his administration combating him?
I was out there.
Where?
Can I ask a question?
Where was any Antifa combating Joe Biden for his fascism? No. Hang on. Before you get into it, look.
Quick answer for you, Andrew. They weren't out there combating Joe Biden's fascism. And may I state for the record that the only Antifa that I recognize is my Aunt Queen Latifah. Hallelujah.
Look, I just want to answer this question. Where was Antifa combating Joe Biden, the guy you just said was fascistic? Where were they?
So also, real quick, do you think that Antifa is a T organization?
Do I think they're a what?
A T organization.
What does that mean? You mean
that word because
you mean
I'm not trying to.
Oh yeah, I understand. That's fair. Maybe. Yes, I do think that they're a domestic tea organization for sure.
So you understand that they have not actually been identified as that, right? The Department of Homeland
no, they have. Wait. Yes, cells of Antifa have. Yes, but Antifa itself operates in a way where
also,
hang on, bro. Can I respond?
False.
Can I respond?
It's an ideology.
And I respond, yes, I agree. It's an ideology. We're not even on a different page. You know, it is an organization too. It's an organization and an ideology. It can be both and not one or the other. You agree with that, right?
No, there are some cities where it's like, for example, Rose City Antifa.
Yeah.
Well, yes, they identify as Antifa.
So they're an organization,
However,
right?
There's also plenty of other movements, such as one, the Brown Berets, two, the Black Panthers, all of which have anti-fascist ideology, but aren't Antifa.
Yes, I agree.
Antifa is just short for anti-fascist.
Yeah, I understand, but Antifa itself does operate under the guise of organization. They even utilize NGOs for that organization. You're not going to deny that that's true, right? Like, for instance, the recent California riots, there were NGOs which were funding the placement of people to move into California in order to conduct those riots. You agree that that's true. You're not even going to deny that, are you?
Where's the stats on that?
Well, actually, I was live with many of the organizers. We went into their meetings, and they said to fully expect that Antifa would be there, and they were allies of the organizers. Or were they lying?
Again, I wasn't in your live, so I can't say.
No. This was the live organization of the people who were organizing their Day of Rage, King's Day. No, King's Day. They were organizing it, and
you mean 50-51 or Indivisible?
No, neither. Actually,
because those are the two main organizers of that event, of that nationwide event.
No. That event was organized by NGOs, hundreds of them. Would you like me to read them off to you? It was non-government organizations which funded those. And I've read them off many, many times on stream. So my question to you is very simple, right? If you're really, truly an anti-fascist and you see the authoritarian tendencies of guys like Joe Biden shutting down political opposition, this type of thing, where was Antifa for any of that?
Andrew, this guy's a fucking nerd. Don't even pay him any attention. You're a fucking dork, bro. Press S in the comments below to give this guy a swirly. He's a fucking nerd.
Where were your people? Where were they?
Again, they're not my people, but I was out there.
Where?
I was saying,
where?
Hey,
where were you
fascism.
ever? Where?
I want to ask.
Hang on. Let him answer. Where? Where were you?
I was in the streets. I was talking
Where? What
to
streets?
Other organizations. I was talking to other militias.
Where?
Saying, hey, where? I'm not going to.
None
tell
of you
exactly
people
where.
ever organized under Biden. You're lying through your teeth. Where was the major protests that you saw Antifa in under Biden? Name one.
Again, I don't do protests.
Oh, you do political activism. You do political activism on the back end with
I don't think that.
Give me a
hold on
break.
one sec. I don't think that.
Yeah, I feel like he does a lot of things on the back end, if you catch my drift, Andrew.
One, I don't do protests because police are there. Why are you asking for police permission to protest? That's not a protest, that's a parade. Number two, holding a sign does all. Does nothing.
Can I ask you something?
Wait. So hang on. So what do you propose? What do you propose instead of signs?
Well, it's the whole thing with the Second Amendment is to make sure that if our government begins becoming tyrannical, that we can overthrow said government.
Oh, so you believe in the Second Amendment?
Yes.
Even though it was put down by a bunch of authoritarian fascists?
No. The whole thing of to make sure that fascism doesn't further advance.
You think our founders don't fit your definition of fascism? They were authoritarian, highly militaristic. They had very minor suffrage. They didn't extend universal suffrage. Weren't they fascist?
Again, I'd have to educate myself on something.
You're not educated on how our founders ran the nation, bro?
Not at least.
What the f is wrong with you? The worst Antifa member I've ever engaged with. You're terrible at this.
Seriously rethinking your ideology.
Okay, real quick.
Bro, how do you not know what our founders thought, and you're anti-fascist, and you're going out and talking about the Constitution? You don't know what they thought about anything?
Totally stupid.
Andrew, hold on. So what kind of nefarious acts were you talking about earlier? Like,
why am I going to tell you what potential acts that could potentially be legal or not legal?
That's fair. That's fair. Ask him in a way where he can answer.
It's like ChatGPT.
oh my Lord, bro.
Ask him in a way
I
he can answer. You're smart. I can tell you're smart. Ask him in a way he can answer.
Thank you, Andrew. I'm also a fan of you, so thank you. Okay. What kind? Okay, listen. Why would you even come up here in the first place then if you won't tell us?
Wait, I got it. Pretend he's your boyfriend and he cheated on you and he's not going to come clean. He's not going to come clean. That's the way. I'm telling you, that's the way. Do it that way. You got this. You got this, girl. You got it.
I don't have a boyfriend. I have a wife.
That he wasn't talking to you. He wasn't talking to you.
No, I wasn't talking to you, doofus. I was talking to the very respectful woman who's in the chat who was discussing this with you. So pretend he's your boyfriend. You have proof he cheated, and you know he's going to evade. That's the way to do it.
Andrew, I want to ask a question. So when the unaliver engraved "O Bella Ciao," right? Isn't this kind of exclusively Antifa? I'm just asking the guy here.
I mean, anti-fascist. That song is an anti-fascist song. That song was.
See how crazy this gets.
Meaning.
So let me make sure I got this right. You would determine that he had a fair and impartial trial based on how would no government, no regulation ensure a fair and impartial trial?
Hold on one second.
Help me out
There
here.
would be moves.
What?
I was talking
Man, I'm doing the Charlie.
I just want you to answer this question. How do you ensure? Hang on, shut up, dude. How do you ensure a fair and impartial trial? How do you ensure a fair and impartial trial? Shut up, dude.
I can't understand this.
Shut up, bro. Shut the fuck up. How do you ensure a fair and impartial trial?
Again, it would be a community decision. Now, I'm not.
Could the community decide not to give a fair and impartial trial?
Yes, if they want to.
So do you think that everybody should have a fair and impartial trial?
Depends.
Oh,
It depends on what?
Whether they
On
agree
what
with
was
you or
done.
not.
What?
On what was done.
Well, how would you know what was done if they didn't have a fair and impartial trial?
Again, if there's evidence.
Would
Yeah,
say the
but
same
you would
thing
need a
if you
fair
were
and
on
impartial trial to introduce evidence, right?
Okay.
These people were so happy when Charlie Kirk was murdered. It's insane. And they pretend to be the party of love and everybody's equal. But as soon as somebody who disagrees with them gets killed, it's a fucking party. It's a celebration.
You should just go brush your teeth, take your mask off, tell your mom you love her.
Yeah, and give her a hug and go to bed, bro. This was real bad for you.
Bro, this is my house.
Yeah, no, bro.
What was
You
terrible
come on.
was you
Yes,
comparing the
it's mine.
founding fathers to calling the founding fathers fascist. That was
He was using
terrible.
his own logic against
Yeah, that's it. I wasn't calling our
let's
founders
take one
fascist. The
second.
opposite.
He was using his definition of fascism against
Yes, I was using his definition of fascist, which would have to apply to our founders, doofus. Do you understand that?
His definition of fascism was just a general definition of fascism.
And how would that not apply to our founders, bro? Can you explain it?
Why would it apply to our founders?
Okay, name a quality that he gave for fascism that wouldn't apply to our founders. I'll sit here and smoke while you tell me.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, when America was founded, fascism as a term wasn't even coined.
So what?
What do you mean? So what?
Yeah,
That's
that
like
has nothing.
trying to call Julius Caesar.
So wait a second. So until
so let's just call
so
Julius
until
Caesar
so
a
until
communist
the
then.
event.
Like what?
So wait a second. Until
It was a terrible argument,
if that's the case, then shouldn't you only define fascism within its historic sense?
What do you mean?
If it's the case that you say that if you give a general terminology of what fascism is and our founders fall into it, they couldn't have been fascist by whatever that definition is because historically fascism hadn't happened yet, then shouldn't we only use the historic reference for fascism when we call people fascists?
No, you should actually know that the people and be able to prove that the people were fascists. So what about the founding fathers founding this country was fascist?
By his definition or mine?
We're going to jump ahead real quick.
Go ahead and tell me back who came up with the tenets of fascism. Who came up with it? I literally just told you who came up with it. Tell me who came up with it.
Dude.
Yeah.
Everybody has read the tenets.
I told you 3 times. I told you 3 times. You still don't know. 3 times. Say it with me. Giovanni Gentile.
Okay. So now that you've said that, now explain to us
Can you
how
tell
the
me? Can you repeat the
founding
name?
fathers were fascist.
Can you repeat the name Giovanni Gentile?
No, bro. Do you?
I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Are we talking about Giovanni Gentile's tenets of fascism?
Yes.
Okay, except did Giovanni Gentile actually come up with fascism?
Oh man, you're like a troll slash. You try to be.
Oh, that's so funny.
We are going to wrap it up right there. Andrew Wilson completely demolishing these Antifa LARPers. We have Scorpion over there dressed up in his full getup, mask over his face, scared to show his identity. Well, thank you all for watching. This has been an interesting view. Make sure you like and subscribe for more daily content like this. And remember, it's not America first nor America last, but America only. And I will see you on the next one.